There's an update. Okay. Day 16. I was looking at TV stands for a moment there, so pardon the delay. We started searching for the box with renewed vigor, but to no avail. Even after all this time, coming back empty-handed never got any less disappointing. It's like we were cursed. Not literally, of course. And unbeknownst to me, there was another misfortune waiting to befall us. I would hear about it from Nozomi the next morning. What? That's crazy, no? No, he went off on his own yesterday morning, and no one's seen him since. Could something have happened to him out there? Come on, this is Takamaru we're talking about. He can handle himself. See, this is why I said we shouldn't act alone anymore. We're going to get picked off like victims in a horror movie. If we were in a horror movie, I think you'd be the third one to be killed off. Shut up. You're going to jinx it. You don't think the invaders got the jump on him, do you? Or he could have fallen off a cliff and broken his leg, and now he can't move. That sounds scarily plausible. So now we have to search for him as well? How exasperating. Nozomi, did Takamaru mention which direction he was going in when you saw him yesterday? I think he said he was going to explore the art gallery ruins. The art gallery, huh? ... Hiruko and I paired up for the day to search for the cavernous building we decided was once called an art gallery. I need water, fuck. There was a lot of ground to cover, and by the end of the day, still no sign of Takamaru. Maybe he made it back on his own while we were out here? We can only hope so. It's getting late. We should get back soon ourselves. Okay. Why do I not prep this ahead of time? It's because I'm lazy. Its water is on an on-need basis rather than on. Actually, I don't really know what other basis there is. It's really just on need, isn't it? It was already dark by the time we got back to the school. The others were in the courtyard when we arrived, waiting for us. Is Takamaru? The four of them shook their heads. No. He's still not back. What could have happened to him? I'm telling you guys, it's a curse. It's the only explanation that makes sense. I didn't say anything, not because I thought Gaku was right, of course. I just no longer had the energy to argue this point with him. I might need some saline gel. All throughout day 82 and 83, Hiruka and I kept our search up for Takamaru. The same one for today, day 84. No matter how hard we looked, though, we never found a single clue to our friend's whereabouts. We staggered back to school that night more disheartened than ever. As usual, we asked others if there were any news when we returned. One look at their faces was enough to answer that question. But then something new happened. I heard a noise behind me, footsteps. I took a deep breath and turned around. And standing there before me was... Takemaru. Takemaru. I don't believe it. No way. You actually made it back? Where the heck have you been? We were so worried. I'm glad you're back, though. Losing another fighter would have been inconvenient. Takemaru? Yeah, sup. Takemaru, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Don't I look fine? Oh, no. No, no. He became a mimic. Of course, I'm telling you, I'm fine. Takemaru, what happened to your back? My back? Oh, it's nothing. I fell. What was that about? I'm glad he's back and all, but he's acting weird. Is he really okay? Maybe he's just tired. He'll be fine once he gets some rest, right? No one spoke up to answer that question. It was something we'd have to find out for ourselves. He got replaced. We got a skinwalker among us. Yada yada yada. How do you like your breakfast, Takemaru? Was it good? Yeah, I guess. Takemaru, how about you and me do some training later? Yeah, I guess. Takemaru, is it cool if I punch you right in the face? Yeah, I guess. Okay, he is so not okay. Takemaru showed us his back earlier. His wounds were completely healed, but I was still worried. Hiroko, I think we should call off our search for the box for now. I mean, with Takemaru in this condition and all, I understand, but there's one last place I'd like to try first. Have you got some kind of hunch? Yeah, I thought of it this morning. I want to at least check it out before we take any breaks. Will you come with me? This is just the Moko effect. Wait, no, we killed that thing already. It's hard to tell with all the rubble, but this is where we found the shrine, isn't it? Yes, this might be the place that Kako first opened the box. I should thank you for telling me about the old invader legends. When I heard those, I got thinking. The threats of Boxes of Calamity were serious enough that the invaders saw a need to pass those stories on to later generations. Yeah, I guess so. That's why the legends are still around today. That being the case, maybe there's a warning where the box was kept too. It's not a sure thing, but I think it's worth checking. I think you're right. I just hope we find something this time. Hiroko and I got to work, sifting through the rubble in that was once the shrine grounds. And eventually... Here, I found a scroll. Good job. If it was kept here, there's a good chance it has some information we could use. This path was strange writing I couldn't understand, although it did look a little familiar. Good thing we know someone who could read this. Yeah, let's go ask him. I see. Did you find anything new? Sort of. This is definitely a document about the Box of Calamity, I'm sure that much, but... But what? It's written in code. In code? Yeah, it's been deliberately made more complicated and difficult to read. They went to all of that trouble to keep this information secret. It must be important. It'll probably take me several days to completely decipher it, though. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. We know you're going to be doing your best. That being said, the faster you finish, the better. Hiroko. I understand. I'll get it done as fast as I can. Thank you. I'll leave it with you, then. This is progress, right? We can't say for sure until the scroll is deciphered. At the very least, it does feel like we have a chance to move things forward now. All because of you. Thanks, Hiroko. I didn't really. Oh, what's the problem? I saw something streak across the sky just now. Oh, was it one of those shooting stars? Perhaps it was gone before I really knew what I was looking at. So are you still taking a break from looking for the box? I don't think searching blind would do us any good. Let's wait and see what the scroll says. I'm kind of worrying now that I might have missed stuff from after the endings, specifically the day 100 one. Just because I don't want to look through the credits and get spoiled. But maybe I should take a look at that later. Just like that, night fell. No, I feel like if there was anything, they would show you, right? God, that's Gaku's voice. Another scream. On the roof, I saw Hiroko, Shoma, Tsubasa, and Nozomi. I looked around, and from the darkness, it appeared. What is this? What's happening? No way. Quiet, don't talk. Just get your infusers in. Takamaru charged at him in a bizarre manner, clawing his way there on hands and feet. Shoma ran right into me first, then Hiroko, trying to escape and knocking us both off balance. And because of that, the one who ended up shoved to the front of the pack was Tsubasa. Move, Tsubasa. Takamaru furiously charged at Tsubasa. I'm sorry, Takamaru. Huh? What was that? Takamaru just blew up? Tsubasa, did you? Yeah, I blew him up. You, but how? With this remote control. And you walk around with something like that on you? Then perhaps the most dangerous one among us is Tsubasa. I'm sorry, Takamaru, I'm sorry. Wait, what about Gaku? We knew immediately that he lost too much blood to be revived. Shit, now even Gaku? Hey, what do you suppose that is? What? Hiroku was staring at Takamaru's body, or what was left off his head. My eyes followed her gaze. There, nestled among the brain matter, among the strewn bits of flesh, I saw what she was talking about. What is that? It's moving. Does that mean it's alive? Oh shit. Kako had a parasite in her head. The parasite was able to talk, though. Not an invader. But what could it be? Get ready for your 87th day of service here. They just lost 2 people like that. Our team's certainly looking a lot smaller now. You don't have to be so mean about it. I'm just stating the truth. And honestly, I'm ashamed that I've allowed the killer to run free for so long. But we stopped Takamaru, or whatever was possessing him at least. That doesn't mean it's over. Takamaru only started acting strangely on day 84. Before that, he never displayed any unusual behavior. If he were behind the other murders, it wouldn't make sense for him to start breaking down all of a sudden. Furthermore, he used sheer brute force. It's nothing like the other methods of killing we've seen so far. Are you saying what I think you're saying? I'm still not 100% certain. We'll come back to this later. The scroll we found should give us some answers. There's no use speculating about it now. Either way, I think it's too soon to say that the killer is finally out of the picture. Hey, Hiroko, why'd you ask us to meet up in the courtyard anyways? Because we're about to get a visitor. A visitor. I'm an old-fashioned type of guy. I like whiskey. Oh, Commander, but you said VXNS was the only one left, Takumi. I thought she was. I've never seen this guy before. There aren't any other invaders around either, huh? Hiroko, how do you know he was coming? Woman's intuition. For real? Just get ready. We need to fight him. Takumi's not missing the conviction that he had against him in the other timeline, so this works. Might actually be able to beat him this time. Although I guess in this timeline, there's significantly less people left too. And then there was 5. Keep the good work, everyone. Keep up the good work, everyone. It's Paragon of Warfare. Dalaxia. 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 Player turn. Okay, you can just skip it. Cool. That's all? What a disappointment. I expect more. He's so strong. What do we do? It's alright, leave it to me. You. I'll do something about him with my ability. Okay, sorry, it's on you now. Wow, I have so many points. I could upgrade any character right now. Really? You don't even get, like, the ending statement? I feel like that skips a lot more than just the battle, no? So why have you called us all together? Did you learn something new? Yes, I finished deciphering the scroll you brought me. Wow, good job getting it so fast. If you wanted to do all of us present for this, I'm assuming it has something to do with the other incidents as well. I think so. I'll do my best to explain everything. This could take a while, so I'd be grateful if you could hold any questions until then. We won't get anywhere if we have to stop and discuss everything that seems strange. Also, it was quite an old document, but I wasn't able to preserve the archaic feel of the language in my translation. I appreciate the sentiment, but I don't really think we need that. Please just tell us what it says. Okay, here we go. The scroll contained a legend passed down in this region about a certain life form. They arrived on the planet a long, long time ago, inside a flaming meteor. It crashed near a small village, and all the villagers came to investigate it. At the crash site, they found 2 gleaming opalescent orbs. The villagers considered these a gift from God. They took them back to the village and enshrined them. Sometime later, the priestess in charge of the shrine began acting strangely. It was as if she was possessed by something. Night after night, she would go into a violent rage, killing her fellow villagers. Not only that, her victims rose from the dead and joined her in her killing sprees. The massacre went on until the village was completely wiped out. Only a single solitary child remained. This child ran to the neighboring village, begging for their help. The people took up arms and marched on the village where the mad priestess dwelt. None of them returned alive. In fact, they returned as possessed walking corpses, attacking both their own village and others nearby, adding to the body count even more. The destruction spread like a plague until word of it reached the capital. Authorities dispatched seasoned warriors who made short work of the inexperienced villagers. During this campaign, a possessed living person and a possessed corpse were captured and brought back to the capital. There, they were dissected and analyzed by high-ranking holy men. They were surprised to find a strange creature living inside the heads of the possessed. Government officials and ministers all called for the extermination of these repulsive beasts. But the holy men saw things differently. These creatures have brought calamity on us. This much is true. They've taken control of villagers both living and dead, and driven them to do horrible things. But these, too, are God's creations. They may have been sent here as divine punishment for our impious ways. Killing them would constitute a crime against the Almighty. The matter was brought before the Emperor, who allowed the creatures to live. He also ordered that their biology be investigated further, to prevent similar tragedies and explore the possibility of using them to the nation's advantage. Thus the 2 creatures were spared, and came to be known as GIE, based on the particular screeching sound they made. By the time the government's research bore fruit, the GIE numbered 64 in total, but it was felt that having too many of them around would be likely to result in another tragedy. The researchers carried out a cull, leaving only 6 alive, each of them which was sealed away in a small box. These boxes were enshrined in different locations all across the land. That's more or less the chronology of the events described in the scroll. Gia, is that what the thing we saw was? Something that possesses people and drives them to kill. It fits the description. The boxes they were sealed in must be the boxes of calamity, right? Do you have any other information about these creatures? Just a moment. Apart from the initial episode with the Gia, the scroll also mentioned what the people of the time learned from the research. I'll take you through their main points. Gia are parasitic creatures with a societal structure based around multiple males serving a small number of egg-laying queens. Both male and females can control other organisms, but females exclusively possess meat-eating creatures, never herbivores. And the males can't possess living animals at all. They only attach themselves to corpses. The next part pertains to the Gia queens. When a queen finds a suitable host, it uses its tentacles to enter through the mouth. From there, it travels through the nasal cavity and into the brain. Once it settles in, it can no longer switch to another host. The queen extends its tentacles into the host's brain tissue, allowing it to influence their behavior. It can even access the host's knowledge and memories to some extent. On their own, Gia are simple creatures, but bonding with another creature lets them considerably augment their intelligence. The queen's goal is to provide corpses for other queens to lay eggs in, producing more males. In other words, the killing spree that Gia hosts go on is to create a suitable breeding ground. The more corpses, the more eggs the queen can lay, the more males they'll have to serve them. They can keep this up generation after generation in an endless cycle of killing. Now about the Gia males. When the egg laid in the corpses hatch, the male larvae emerge. Each of them seeks out another corpse and attaches them to its brain. Crawling over it allows them to stimulate the nervous system and reanimate their host. And of course, once they have a host, they make it kill other creatures to create more breeding grounds. In that sense, they're just like the queens. They'll kill endlessly and indiscriminatively. The main difference is that males can't control their hosts for very long. They're possessing corpses after all, creatures that are already dead and decaying. The larvae then become pupae and leave their host once they reach full maturity. Because they resemble flying insects, they inevitably get eaten by small animals like frogs and birds. Once they reach the stomach, they release sperm into it. Gia's sperm is incredibly resilient and won't be killed or dissolved by stomach acid. Then those birds and frogs are eaten by the queen's host. In this way, it gains access to the sperm and is able to fertilize its eggs. This is also the time that it lays an egg that will hatch into the next queen. Finally, the queen enters its spawning phase. It leaves its host's body, killing them. It spends the last moments of its life desperately laying male eggs in the corpses prepared for it by the males and other queens. It does this over and over again until it has used all its strength and dies. Eventually, the queen left behind in its previous host hatches into a new queen. The queen seeks out a new host, enters through its mouth, takes over its brain, and the cycle begins anew. That's all I was able to find out. That was totally gross. Just hearing about it made me queasy. Gia parasites, huh? It would explain everything that's happened, wouldn't it? At the very least, nothing in this document contradicts what we've experienced. I'm still confused. This is a lot to take in at once. Would it help if I recapped it? Gia queens possess another organism and makes them kill. Other queens then lay eggs into the corpses. Gia males only possess corpses. They also drive their host to kill, but can't control them for as long. Queens are able to access the memories and knowledge of their host. Once a queen bonds with a host, it stays with it for nearly the rest of its life. Those are basically all the important parts. I guess we know what was inside the box of calamity now. So then Takamaru got possessed by one of those things and it made him carry out all those murders? No, remember when we found out when we examined his body? The parasite hadn't been inside him for all that long. Only a few days. I'd say since day 80 at the earliest. But then that can only mean one thing. Yes, it's the only explanation. One of us is still possessed by a Gia parasite. We'll have to come up with a plan of action. First of all, wait a minute. What's wrong, Takumi? We only found out these Gia things exist. I don't think any of us have fully processed that information yet, not even you. We're all shaking, we're all confused. If you tried to discuss things as we are now, we're just going to go around in circles. I'd say we call it a day here. Even if one of us was possessed by a Gia, that means the other three of us are still our friends. If we start getting paranoid and accusing each other, the special defense unit could fall apart completely. You're far too soft-hearted as usual, but with so few of us left, I suppose unity is going to be important. Let's all agree to keep our distances from each other today. If anyone tries to get close to you, scream. In the meantime, think over everything that's happened and what we can do from here. Can you all do that for me? Right. I understand. In that case, I want to grab some food and hole up in my room for the day. Thank you all for the help with the squirrel. I think we finally have a chance of catching the killer now. I'm glad I could help. I'll try to keep an eye out for any potential danger too. Okay, folks. Thanks for today. Like, who is the Gia then? So that's the second box. Could just be. It could just be Takumi, right? Like, we're the parasite. Okay, wait. Real pause. Pause real quick. I want to just watch the credits, see if there's an after. Why did that work? Why did Going Crazy work? It's because Gaku and Takumi were the only ones. What does that mean, though? Gaku and Takumi were the only ones that went off in the wilderness. The other four were taking turns watching each other. So the parasite couldn't do anything. Also, don't look at the screen. I'll tell you once you look back at it. You're just going to see a bunch of spoilers, I think. So, what's it called? Okay. So, they live. They do the shouting ritual. So, those two are accounted for. So, Hiruko, Takemaru, Tsubasa, and Shoma, and Nozomi. Those are the ones that are left. Which one of them opened up the box and wouldn't have a way to attack? It has to be Nozomi. It has to be Nozomi. It has to be Nozomi because Nozomi was freaking about the incense. She couldn't do anything because of the incense. The incense does work. The ritual does work. I think that's the only conclusion we could come up with, or the only conclusion we could do based on the ending of the other route. Knowing that the G exists, the rituals do work, and the actual murderer is Nozomi, because her sense of smell has revealed who she truly is. And I could be completely wrong on that. But I could also just be right. So nothing really changes, but that's my assumption right now. Nozomi is a parasite, or Nozomi has a parasite. And then we go on the fact that Nozomi has a parasite. Does that mean that Kaku had a queen, or did Kaku have a male? Because if it was a queen, right? If it's a male, she would have died fast. Like, she would kill someone. No, she had to have a... Okay, assuming Nozomi is the queen, is Kaku a male or a female parasite? That would mean Kaku has probably a male parasite since she was so stupid. And then she went into the wilderness. Oh, by the way, I don't think there are any more spoilers. Seems like it's just like the game studio. Lead character modeling, all of that stuff. Riot visualization? Fuck. I think the murderer is... I feel like she has to have a queen. Maybe the boxes of Calamity are females and boxes of... what's opposite? Benevolence? The wish-granting ones? Those are males? Or maybe Calamity is male. I don't know. It's a hard question. It's a very hard question. Okay, on a different note, I've been eating less beets lately and been replacing it with kale. I honestly don't think that's a great decision, but I don't have enough room in my smoothie blender to do anything else. So I'm thinking of just making 2 smoothies. Like, go for the beets and go for the kale. Or I could just buy an actual blender, but that might not be possible. Or I feel like that'd be an overcommitment. I'm currently using like a magic bullet type blender. Okay, no. It doesn't tell you anything. Good, we confirmed this. Fuck it. So no, it really just leaves one last question. I put it over here, right? Yeah, this still doesn't make any sense to me. Why was there a doll inside that box of calamity? The scroll didn't mention anything like that. It's not an old doll either. You could tell just by looking at it. Somebody put it in there more recently, and if that person's not already dead, then... Oh, morning, Takumi. Hi, Tsubasa. Today's a new day, so it's cool if we talk now, right? Yeah, I think we've calmed down enough. So what are you doing in here? I've been looking at this, actually. Alright, I kind of remember you mentioning it at the time, so this is the box, right? And after what we learned last night, the doll being in there seems even weirder to me. Just coming here and staring at it isn't really going to teach me anything new, though. Oh, wait a minute, Takumi, maybe it will. What do you mean? The inside of the box is covered with blood. Has anyone touched it since then, apart from you, Hiroka, and Ima? Not as far as I know. I still have Sur's and Nago's remains lying around, and they're full of high-tech equipment. If I repurposed their eyes and stuff, I could probably rig together some kind of fingerprint recognition device. By analyzing the blood stains that were in there to begin with, we can at least figure out if whoever put the doll in there left any traces behind. You can do that? If someone tampered with the box before we got a hold of it, and if they left traces that can be used to identify them, that could tell us who the killer is. Right, come on, let's do it. If Tsubasa is a female parasite... So Tsubasa's going to be working on her device and I'll be on guard duty. A fingerprint recognition device, that sounds so cool. Once it's done, we should make considerable progress in our investigation. If I'd known Sur's parts could be so useful, I'd have destroyed them myself a lot earlier. I think that could have led to a whole different set of problems. It would have been fine, we had a spare. Don't say that, Nago is more than just a spare. Anyways, was it okay for you to tell us what she's working on? I mean, if the killer really is one of us, they'll know all about it now. Don't worry, Tsubasa agreed to it. I'll be keeping watch here the whole time, so if the killer tries anything, they'll just risk exposing themselves unnecessarily. I can just imagine Takumi being all, what are you doing sneaking around? You're the killer, aren't you? It should only take me a day or two, so everything should be fine. That said, I'd like you all to stay away from the garage until Tsubasa's finished. If I catch you trying to interfere, that's as good as a confession. Alright, we'll leave you two alone then. Wait, I actually came up with a good idea myself. Before we go, would you at least hear me out? One that's practically guaranteed to catch a killer. The finger recognition device kind of makes this redundant, but I want to suggest it anyways. Well, why don't you all just die? Huh? Wait, let me explain. I don't mean it like that, to you. I mean, all of you can be revived and reconstructed when you die. What do you think would then happen if the person with the Gia inside them died? They would be revived like normal, but without the parasite. Then we really wouldn't have to investigate any further. Don't get me wrong, dying is still scary to me, but these are extreme circumstances all. So should we come up with a way for us to all kill each other at once? No, we can't do that. The plan won't work in the way you think it will. Oh, are you sure about that? First of all, the idea that Revival-Matic would bring us back without the G is speculation on Nozomi's part. But it makes sense, it's designed to bring us back, not any parasites that are attached to us. The machine always used our most up-to-date records for the revival process. That's why none of us ever come back with longer or shorter hair than when we died. If any of us change our hairstyles, it would revive us with that new style too. So if the most recent record included you having a Gia parasite, it would revive the parasite as well. Is that what you're saying? I believe that's how it worked, yes. I wish we could check to make sure, but Sir's probably the only one who really knew how it worked. How irresponsible of him to die while he could still be useful to us. Weren't you the one who said he was more useful then than just alive a while back? Alright, but even if that's how it worked, we could still find the G inside the killer's body. If we take it in turns and examine the person's brain before reviving them, couldn't we find out that way? Interesting idea, but presents the problem of who to kill first. Is that a problem? Can't we just decide randomly? And then what if the first person we killed doesn't have a Jizz in them? Until they're revived, that would leave 3 of us alone with a Jizz host. When we fought Takamaru, the parasite had made him abnormally strong. They probably ignored the host's pain and pushed their bodies to beyond their normal limit. If one of us attacked the 3 of us, there's no guarantee we'd come up on top too. And if we lose, that's it. It's all over. Exactly. We can't afford to take unnecessary risks at this point. It was a sound plan, Nozomi. If we hadn't lost so many people already, it might have been worth trying. Right, I guess we'll have to wait for the finger recognition device then. We're counting on you, Tsubasa. Right, no pressure, huh? Anyways, I'll get it done as fast as I can. 2 days top. 2 days tops. Let me piss real quick. Takumi. I did. I found out whose fingerprints were in the box. It's mine. Whoa. You finished the device and you figured it out already? I thought it was going to take you a couple of days. Why didn't you tell me sooner? I'd have checked over the box with you. Well, there was a chance you might have been the one with the parasites. I've inflated my estimate so I could finish and check on my own, just in case. Then if it turned out it was only your fingerprints in the box, I'd have time to get away before you tried to take me out. You have a finely active imagination sometimes. Anyways, that's not important right now. You found fingerprints, right? Yeah, they were right in the blood itself. They must have been left there before it dried. That means the owner of those prints touched the box before you found it. So who was it? It was... Shoma, you're the one possessed by the Gia parasite. Are you sure about this? You can come to the garage if you want. The fingerprints inside the boxes are Shoma's. You can tell even with the naked eye. I'll look into that later. For now, I'll take your word on it. So, Shoma, what do you have to say about all of this? There's no way we're letting you off that easy. You're the killer. There's no about. We got the proof and everything. Just how long have you been picking us off like that? Pretty much the whole time. It all started on day 26. I went out exploring the ruins and found a strange little box. I opened it up and there was the Gia. I brought it back to the school with me, box and all. Don't ask me why. I was probably under its control by then. First of all, I killed Yugamu. It was so easy. Everyone was nowhere near as careful as they are now. I hit him on the back of the head and that was it. Moku's murder pretty much went the same. I just had to tell her I think I found the box, so he'd come open it with me. She was happy to come along and protect me from whatever was inside. I already put the doll in there. It was something to surprise her and take her attention from me. Once she dropped her guard, I stabbed her in the back. But then I messed up. I heard footsteps coming from the cafeteria in panic. Turns out that was you, Takumi, and I was in such a hurry that I left the box behind. After that, well, you know the rest. The other murders were more or less the same. No new tricks or gimmicks, so you admit it was all you. Of course, why else would I be telling you all this? We'll have to restrain you while we decide what to do with you. I recommend you come quietly. What do you guys think of what Shoma just said? He is the one who did it, right? It's all over now? There's no doubt that Shoma was involved in some way. Restraining him would reduce the chances of further incidents for now. I don't think we should rest easy just yet, though. No, was all four of them? All four of them were parasites already. There's two queens. 4 queens. Maybe. Finally caught the killer. You could be a little happier. There's no way I could be happy about this. You get that, don't you? Yeah, it doesn't feel as satisfying as I'd hope. But worrying about it over won't help us now. We've got more important things to worry about. Right, we need a strategy to deal with Dalexia. Oh yeah, we just lose now because the ghost isn't there. We got rid of the ghost by saying we don't believe in you. Skipping this part. Shoma was the parasite. I won't skip this time. There must have been more parasites, right? Like, how else did Takamaru become infected? It must have been a male, because only males breed with corpses. Or only males infect corpses. Can I skip this as well? Okay, yeah, you can skip it. Cool. So it doesn't care how many people are actually alive. Wave 2 end. Oh. Same dialogue as last time is weird. Thought we got rid of the ghost. Morning. We made it through yesterday's defensive battle in a sense. Feels more like Alexia spared us again. I still have no idea why. None of this makes sense. What made him get up and leave so suddenly? You shouldn't overthink it, Takumi, Hiruko. It's true we didn't defeat the commander through strength or skill. Just think of it as a stroke of good luck instead. What about Vexness? She's even stronger. Good luck won't help us against her then. If she really is much stronger, then training won't help either. I've thought of some strategies that might be effective, but we can talk about that later. There's something else I'd like to clear up first. Will you help me? Sure. Guess what is it? Well, things are still quiet. I want to see if Shoma's been lying to us. Simple enough. We're going to look out around inside the wall. Fire. Inside the wall. But the fire extinguishers can only put a little of it out at a time. That also means the ground around that area is exposed until the flame comes back. Time enough to check the ground for stray items. We're really doing this? It's our only choice if we want to know whether Shoma was telling the truth or not. The undying flames only burn organic matter. If Shoma really did toss a spare key into them, it should still be here, complete and undamaged. What happened, troops? The fire extinguishers are broken? Not exactly broken. It's more like they need some cooldown time. All that walking around putting out flames yesterday really did a number on them. They were never intended to be used this frequently over such a short period. This is unfortunate, is it? We pretty much know Shoma was the killer now. Ikumi said you guys were looking for the spare key to prove it, but is that really worth the risks at this point? Honestly, probably not, but still bothers me. I can't really let this go. Alright, I'll do some maintenance on the extinguishers for you. I'll try to have them ready for use next time. It's not another inflated estimate, is it? I've got no reason to lie to you now. Okay guys, take these back to the garage for me. Sir, and Nago, since when were they operational again? It really is just their outer shells. I figured I could fix them up enough for them to be useful again, so I gave it a try. Their personalities are gone, but they can follow simple instructions. It makes lugging stuff around a lot easier. Can you really fix up crazy advanced technology like that? Anyways, you two should get some rest. You look exhausted. It would take more than this to tire me out, but if we can't use the fire extinguisher today, I suppose it's best to rest up instead. Sure thing, just tell me what to do. There's only has to be another queen. 2 queens. I woke up from light sleep, aware of a noise somewhere. What time is it? Jumped out of bed and rushed out the door. I was desperately hoping I heard things, but Hiroko's door is open. Hiroko? Hiroko, I'm coming in, okay? The doll was moving. It was moving like it was actually alive and holding a knife. Who's there? Hiroko, I need you to come with me. I found the real killer. It's the doll. The doll we found in the box was behind it all. Or maybe Hiroko's been infected already. Never saw it coming. By the time I noticed, it was right on top of me. Uh-oh. That was a close one, wouldn't you say? Thanks, you saved me. You did the same for me a minute ago. I didn't think I'd get to pay you back so soon, so we're even then. Don't say that. You still need to make up for barging into my room. I do? Kidding, come on, let's go take a look at this thing. I thought it was a regular doll, but what's on the inside? Looks like a rotten corpse to me, not a human one, of course. Some kind of small animal. And here inside the head, recognize this? It's Ajia. Probably not a queen. I guess this is one of the males still in its larvae state. These things really creep me out. Let's finish it off quick. I don't get it. Why would a dead animal be inside the doll, and one with the Gia inside it too? I guess that explains how Emo was killed from inside his cage then. Something this size could have slipped through the bars without needing to open the door. This raises a whole new set of issues. We know there was a Gia inside the box to begin with, either a male or a queen. We killed a male just now. Males are only born when the queen lays its eggs. It can't create males all on its own. Do you understand what this means? If this was a male Gia inside the box that Shoma opened, he was never really possessed. What is it? It's so early. Besides, I told you everything already. No, Leo Jr. Leo Jr., are you okay? Answer me. Who in the world are you talking about? I was out searching on the ruins, and ever since Kako disappeared, Ima has been in such an awful mood. I think I spotted you heading out alone around that time. While I was walking around there, I found him. I didn't name him Leo Jr. until later, but that's when I found him. He was almost dead. He could barely move and parts of his body was already decaying. Something about him reminded me about Leo. Back home, I couldn't just leave him there to die alone. A rotten piece of meat reminded me of your dog? What, just because it also has 4 legs? There's other stuff too. I mean, they're both just so cute. Let's just call that a matter of taste. So then you brought this animal back with you? Yes, I brought him back to the school and named him Leo Jr. after Big Leo. I made the doll the next day. I wanted Leo Jr. to have something to protect his weak, rotting body. He fit right inside, and he seemed pretty comfortable too. Moko saw you with it that day. She must have thought it was a present for someone. I guess it was, but for Leo Jr., not for one of us. A while later, Leo Jr. started to recover. He got a lot more active, and pretty soon he could move around on his own. But I knew if anyone found him, they'd probably want to kill him, so I went looking for a box. Just a little box I could hide Leo Jr. inside for a while. It took me long to find one. I found it in that place and took it. What do you mean? I cleaned out the box and put Leo Jr. in it. I thought everything would be fine then. He'd be safe even when I wasn't around. But then one night I was asleep and he got it. I grabbed the box and went looking for him, and then you found Moko's body, yes? That's right. I put him back inside of the box as fast as I could, but then I heard footsteps. I was in such a hurry to get away, I didn't even notice I dropped the box until it was too late. And those footsteps were mine. That must have been when your fingerprints ended up inside the blood inside the box too. Found out later that the box has been put in the garage, but I couldn't exactly go in and take it. So I just went along to see him there sometimes. Leo Jr. is the one who killed Ima, I'm sure of that. There were even more bloodstains on him than usual that day. Moko and Ima were killed by Leo Jr. Or more accurate. Tsubasa lied. I could kill you too if I want to, but you might be useful to me. I'll let you live for now. Just stay quiet about what you saw today, otherwise I'll have to tell everyone about the little creature you've been keeping a secret from them. Tell us who the other killer is. Well, it's fucking Nozomi. It's Nozomi. It has to be Nozomi. There's literally no other person other. I mean, there's Tsubasa. It could also be Tsubasa. Because he used a corpse. Make sure his chains are still securely fastened. We'll get back to questioning him later. It makes sense to Nozomi too, because she suggested the idea that everyone die. Thought so that she could get more corpses and put Meoji in there. Oh wait, the battle is completely the same. It's nice that you could skip it even though you have less people. She's here, get ready. Okay, I'm just gonna skip this. It's all the same. Can't be Tsubasa. It literally has to be Nozomi, and it's just Nozomi. Use my power. You win. First time around, it's crazy that no one got infected. Okay, skip this, and hopefully it's nothing different. I don't believe it. We actually won. Thank you. We couldn't have made it without you. Now, excuse me, I have to rest. Good job, everyone. Didn't you say you made some progress on the investigation? It's better you hear from Shoma. Shoma, we're coming in. Shoma? What the? Shoma died before he could tell us who the other killer was. The person was still on the loose. The still wasn't over. It's fucking Nozomi. Alright, everyone's here. The school's going to start its final assault soon, isn't it? We have one more problem to solve before it does. You sure I can't wait till we get to the artificial satellite? Absolutely not. Or do you want Gia running wild up there as well? Alright, one of us still has the parasite inside him. Let's go over the facts one more time. The one who killed Moko and Imo was Leo Jr., the Gia Shoma was keeping as a pet, but Yugamu, Kurura, and Shoma's killer is still on the loose. Although technically you could add 2 more to the body count. We know for sure that me and Hiroko aren't possessed, because neither of you had an opportunity to kill Shoma. Right, we both left the parking lot together and we were never apart until after this battle, which means it was one of you, Nozomi or Tsubasa. You were both late getting to the war room when the alarm sounded. What if there's a third killer and they were both working together? Not possible. If that were the case, the victims would have come back from the dead. Remember, it's the other queens that provide the queen with corpses to lay its eggs in. Or to put it another way, if none of the corpses had eggs laid in them, that means there can't be more than one queen here. It's only males that can reanimate corpses, and even if they did, they wouldn't be able to use hemoanima. Right, once we die, our cryptoglobin starts losing its power. So it has been one queen and one male that we're dealing with. Well, Takumi, have you figured out who the killer is? I think it's... Taking that into account, the answer should be obvious. Okay, I'm just going to say no and see what happens. Sorry, I couldn't figure it out. If we can't go back to the artificial satellite, I guess I'll go back to my room, huh? When we come back here, explain yourself. Sure is quiet. Apart from the announcement, there's not a single voice to be heard. Takumi, do you have a minute? Nozomi. Sorry I got held up by taking our care or something. Well, thanks for not telling everyone that I was the killer. It made things so much easier. What's the matter? You're crying. Are you hurt? I never got to tell her I was sorry. I'm sorry, but at least please stay away from me. The day you became you are now, was the day before you killed Yugamu, right? That was right after I got into the fight with you. You said you needed some time alone, and I tried to respect that. But the whole time, all I wanted to do was apologize and make things right between us. I was so happy when you started talking to me again during the search. By then, you already were this new you. So the old you basically died still mad at me, never knowing how I felt. That's not true, Takumi. I know me better than anyone, so I know right up until the end I wanted to make up with you too. I regretted saying those harsh things to you. I wanted to apologize to you the whole time. Why are you saying all this, looking and sounding just like her? I guess this is because who I am. I know all too well what I would say in this situation. Now close your eyes, Takumi. Don't worry, you don't have to be scared anymore. I'm right here with you. Just know that I was always grateful to you and that I wanted us to be together. There, that's better, isn't it? Well, Parasite ending got. Misguided pity. Reveal it this time. I guess Nozomi was a bit too obvious, wasn't it? Guess I should feel a bit dumber. Well, I mean, I guess the instant they showed Tsubasa revealing Gaku, it was kind of over. Revealed. Box of Calamity. The real killer. No, it could only have been you. We're not just looking for Yugumu, Kurura, and Shoma's murder, but Sura and Ago's as well. Sura and Ago, why are you bringing them up? They were both destroyed the same night Mocha was killed. The real killer probably wanted them out of the way so they could pick the rest of us off more easily. I don't think Leo Jr. could have thought of that on his own. He was ordered to do it. He must have killed Mocha, gone after the others, then come back. That'll explain why the box moved. There was nothing inside the box when I first arrived. Leo Jr. must have slipped back in while I was checking on Sura and Ago. Alright, why would that mean I was a killer? Please, can we stop being so mean to me? We're friends, aren't we? The Jia Queen can access its host knowledge. I know that, but... And Tsubasa knows how to operate Sura and Ago's body. So what does that mean? If we could control those two, there'd be no need to destroy them as well. It would be a lot less effort to keep them intact and control them remotely. That would probably make committing future murders easier too. I get it. I knew how to operate them, so I didn't need to destroy them. That means I'm innocent. I'd have hoped that you didn't need us to tell you that part. There you have it. It wouldn't make sense for Tsubasa to be the one with the parasite. That only leaves you, Nozomi. Or should I say the Jia Queen? You're so cruel. That's all it takes for you to turn on me? Alright, I can see this approach is going to work now. True, I'm the Jia Queen. I had a hard time too, you know. It's no fun being stuck with a brain that's so unsuited for killing. Even deceiving person isn't in this one's nature. She made it so much harder than it needed to be. How long have you been passing yourself out as Nozomi? Let me see, since around day 26. But passing myself off as her isn't really accurate, you know? This is her body, and I have all the same memories as the real Nozomi. And you really are the one who killed Yugumu and the others. That's right. It's funny, but the story Shoma made up is pretty much how it actually happened. Yugumu and Kurura, I lured them away and killed them. At least that part was easy, but why those two? No real reason. They were easy targets. That's all there is to it. Why didn't you kill Ima when he took you hostage? He could have killed you. And how exactly would I have killed him with my arms and legs tied? I tried to get the male, Leo Jr. to help, but it didn't work out. I have to say, I never expected that killing Sura and Ago to be the thing that would finally expose me. If I'd known that, I would have changed the order of the victims and... Enough. I can't just stand you and say those things in her voice. Well, then I suppose we should get going. If we don't get in the pod, we're all going to die, you know. We're not about to let you on board. Or, are you going to kill me then? Your hesitation is obvious. Try to see it from my point of view. I don't want to die. I just want to live, that's all. I can even keep acting like the Nozomi, you know. Nothing has to change. I won't even kill anyone anymore. Well, not that you'll notice anyways. That's ridiculous. All this time you never suspected I was a fake, did you? If... I'm sorry, she sounds so much like Nozomi. It felt like we might end up agreeing with her. Okay, Tsubasa, it had to be done. One of us had to stop her. I'm just sorry that you had to be the one to do it. Wait, took me the Jia Queen's still alive. What do we do now? It'll die in the final attack anyways, even if we do anything. We can't take any chances. I'm gonna finish it. It's over, Your Majesty. Right, we need to get into pod. So this is the end. I glanced around on the inside of the escape pod. We finally learned the truth behind the murders, but that wouldn't bring back the victims. Even the person I swore to protect above all others was gone. That left me one big question. What was this all for? Well, another ending. That's 6 clears, or I guess 5. Oh, that's fucked. Oh wait, thank God. Those are the two endings. Fuck. Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens. I want to see if this is immediately a bad end. Hide it. Can't get distracted. I need to check on Sir and go. How come me? I'm sorry we didn't make it in time. What? I'm too late. We all came here running when we heard the announcement. By the time we got here, they were already like this. Judging by how severe the damage is, I don't think I repair them. All his most important components have been totally mangled. It's possible that the culprit knew which parts to target then. I don't know. I don't think that's what happened here. It looks more like the attack was so powerful, these parts just happened to get caught up in it. Of course, there's a chance whoever did this purposely made it look like this to throw us off. In that case, let's take a closer look at the scene. We might find something linking it to other incidents. Before we get into this, I need to tell you guys something. Wake the others up. Everyone needs to hear about this. Wait, did something else happen? Yeah, you could say that. You think the same person killed Moko and destroyed Sora Nego? I feel with the timeline, Sora's call for help after I found Moko's body. Let's take a closer look. If it's the same person, they may have left some kind of evidence behind. Takumi? Oh, it's nothing. Try not to let it get to you, Takumi. We'll need to deal with these incidents too, but don't forget about Ima. Today's the deadline he set for us. Oh, that's right. I'll handle things. You should go speak with him. We still haven't found the box, but maybe you can convince him to give us an extension. Right, I've got to try anyways. So you're here, Takumi. Ima, did you bring me the box? Well, about that, we've had more trouble finding it than we thought. I was thinking that maybe you could let Nozomi go and take me hostage instead. You could do whatever you want to me. You just don't get it, do you, Mr. Sumino? I didn't waste the last 10 days to make you listen to you hear excuses. Don't say another word. See what's going on. You're underestimating me, and that's my problem. You don't understand how far I'd go for my sister's sake. If you did, you wouldn't dare to have asked the search like that. The two of them suddenly gone quiet. Guys, what's wrong? Takumi, who's that behind you? What are you doing here? Wait, you two can see her now? What's going on? How are you doing this? Good grief, can't you handle anything on your own? You don't know what I'm talking about tomorrow. Well, thanks for the help. Someone had to do it. He's wide open. Looks like he lost consciousness, and I put him in one of those cages before he wakes up. I'm curious though, why did you all freeze up like that? Well, the room started shaking all of a sudden, man. What are you talking about? I was watching from the outside and didn't see any shaking. It didn't felt pretty strong in here. And a strange woman appeared too. What? She's gone. You've been confined against your will for the last 10 days. That kind of stress can make your mind play tricks. Are you feeling alright? Can you stand? I think I'm okay. I guess this won't be a problem if I leave it here. The ghost told me to hide, and my room's the only place I can be sure people won't come snooping around. There you are, Takumi. Nozomi's resting up in her room. She's been through a lot. She'll probably have to stay in bed and recover for a while. I've also let the others know about what happened. Thanks, Hiroko. I know it may be stating the obvious, but they're all really cut up about Moko's death. Some of them are afraid too. They think there may be more victims. You're right. What do you plan to do now? Well, we need to find out who attacked Moko and Yugamu. After all that searching for the box, everyone's probably exhausted though. I don't think it will do us any harm to get some rest just for today. I suppose you're right. Well, I kind of expected you to get mad for suggesting that. Sorry to disappoint you. Besides, I have some things I need to think about too. It's not even dawn yet. I just keep waking up earlier and earlier. Was that you yesterday? Did you save me? No, you wouldn't do that. I'm the one who killed you after all. I should go back to sleep. I've got a lot to do later. Hey. So the ghost isn't Eva. Or maybe if Eva became a ghost, everyone else did too? Everyone who died because of the choices I made? Next thing I knew, I was in the hallway on the second floor. I was in my class armor. What was going on? I've got to get out of here, but I have to run. Where? Anywhere. The library. That will do. Oh, same thing as last time. Okay, seems like... it doesn't matter. Why do you kill me? I'll kill you, I'll kill you. Same thing as last time. What? A dream? Was it a dream? But it seems so real. Maybe I should go ask him about all this. Hello, are you here? I am. Good morning. Sorry, I haven't made any progress with my research yet. That's okay, I didn't come to try and hurry you. Actually, I wanted to ask you about something else. Well, if you came this early in the day, it must be pretty important. It is, and it's something I don't want the others hearing. I think there's a ghost in the school. Apart from me, you mean? No, this is the ghost of one of the enemy commanders we killed. I keep seeing her everywhere. Not so long ago, you were still dismissing me as a hallucination. Sounds like you're keeping a much more open mind now. You probably think it sounds pretty silly, huh? I've got no right to criticize when you're the one out there risking your life to protect me. What did you want to ask me exactly? I want to make contact with this ghost. Right now, I see her around the place, but she's all hazy and indistinct, and her voice sort of fades in and out. You're the most ghost-like person I know, so I figured, bear in mind I'm not an actual ghost, not in the way you would use the word. Right, of course. I think I could suggest an approach for you to take, though. Really? The first thing we need to determine is whether this ghost is manifesting itself through hemoanima. That's how I create these ghost-like avatars to interact with you all. Effects vary based on the user's power, but the principle is the same. If this ghost of yours is a hemoanima construct, there's just one way for you to be able to speak to her. By strengthening my own hemoanima, just like how I could suddenly understand you after I came back in time. That started because my hemoanima was a lot stronger than it was when I started out. If you're finding it difficult to communicate with a ghost, it's probably because her power has become so weak. If you can compensate for that with your own, you should be able to open a pathway to understand her more clearly. But on the other hand, if I do that and still can't talk to her, well, means she's not made with hemoanima. If that's the case, then maybe she's something completely different, maybe even a real ghost. You should explore the more logical possibility first, though. Powering up through hemoanima, and the only way to do that is absorb a commander's cryptoglobin. Maybe you defeat whoever leads the next attack. But Vexness is also targeting her allies at the end of battle now, so you'll have to be on your guard against her too. Right, thank you. My thoughts feel a lot more organized now. I'm sorry I can't do more. I'll try to have some more useful information for you soon. Is there anything I can do to help? Well, if you don't mind, maybe you can carry some stuff for me, getting around and... Okay, I'm going to save and end for the day. Or at least for now.